This is Newsline 9 Sports.
It's officially week 1, and the Packers look a little different than they did the last time they hit the practice field. They have a set 53 for now, at least, and that includes a couple of newcomers to Green Bay. Free agent Ahmad Brooks and waiver claim Chris Odom hit the practice field today with the team. As the regular season gets underway, Brooks brings 10 years of league experience with him to Green Bay and is coming off a 6-sack season with the 49ers. It has been a chaotic few days for the Packers. McCarthy saying it was just exhausting, but now he's focused on getting his team ready for the Seahawks. The players will be off tomorrow, but a normal week of prep resumes on Wednesday.
It's not that hard to rush the passer. You know, all you got to do is line up and go. So I think in the first week, hopefully, you know, they'll throw me out there and rush the passer.
You know, I think he's a heck of a player. I mean, he's someone that I've always had a lot of respect for. I thought him and Brian Bulaga have had some great battles over the years. I think he'll be an excellent contributor to our defense.
NFL cuts came over the weekend, but the Packers weren't done making those roster transactions on this Labor Day. Hanging on to a current member of the 53-man roster, the team announced they had signed starting left guard Lane Taylor to a contract extension. Taylor was in the final year of his deal with Green Bay, so this will add 3 more years, and it will carry $16.5 million in compensation. That is in addition to the $2.8 million he was already scheduled to make this year. The new contract will keep the guard with the Packers through 2020. Taylor started every game for the green and gold last season, so if all goes well, the contract extension sets him up to continue holding down a spot in the starting lineup.
Yeah, I fought for everything. Every year, every bit of success I've had, I've really fought for it. It feels good to finally pay off.
For him to be thrown in the fire like that and respond the way he did speaks, one, not only to his character, but two, to the ability for him to play football. And he's progressed a lot, and he's going to continue to progress and impress not only this organization, but I think fans.
The Brewers just took 3 of 4 from the Nats, trailing for that second wild card spot behind the Rockies, and they looked to keep those playoff hopes going today. A matinee road game against the last-place Reds. Cincinnati leads 2-0 in the 6th. Tucker Barnhart at the plate. It's a shot deep to center. It goes off the wall, and he gets to second, and 2 runs will score. Reds up 4-zip. But the 7th inning is all crew. Ryan Braun finds his stroke again. It goes way back, a solo homer, just one shy of 300 homers in his career. Brewers chip away at that lead, trailing 4-1, but they're not done. Orlando Arcia coming in clutch. This guy hits it high and deep to left center. It's out of there. A 3-run shot to tie things up and keep this ball game alive, but a Reds walk-off homer will end it. Final score 5-4 Cincinnati. A heartbreaking finish for the crew. They are now a game and a half behind the Rockies in the wild card race.
We did a nice job. I mean, there was nothing going against Bailey for sure, and then Ryan hits the homer and another base hit, a couple base hits, and Arcia with the home run and a big comeback, and then the bullpen kept us there for a little bit for sure and gave us a shot.
The end result Friday night was one the Badgers were looking for. The Wisconsin offense still stumbled at times in the first half, but the comeback and dominant second half was led by the poise of QB Alex Hornibrook. His 10th career start turned out to be a career high for Hornibrook with 244 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns, going 15 of 23 passing. The first half was a completely different story. He had just 63 passing yards at halftime, but after watching the tape, he knows the majority of his downfalls were mental mistakes. Hornibrook will look to correct those slip-ups in week 2. Wisconsin hosting Lane Kiffin and the Florida Atlantic Owls for the first time in school history. The Owls are coming off a 23-point loss to Navy this weekend. Kickoff this Saturday at Camp Randall is set for 11 a.m.
It's finally that time of year again. I'm loving it. You know, fall weather, cooler.
Football is back.
Football is back. So